So I think we'll start the CNS now. So you're going to start with the CNS. Okay. So first is, we know nervous system has two parts. Okay. So it has two parts. What are two parts of nervous system? They are, you can say CNS and PNS. PNS will cover separately. That is one which contain the nerves, etc. So we'll be focusing mainly on the nervous system. So remember, there are two type of neurons, two types of cells in nervous system. So two type in the nervous system. So what are the two types we will see or have? So let's start. First, we have the neurons and we have the glial cells. Now understand, the glial cells are supporting cells. Okay. So what are the supporting cells? Obviously the glial cells are our supporting cells. Is it clear? So they are the supporting cells. Clear? Now first is, what are the main properties? So understand, neurons are around 100 billion. Glial cells are 10 times more. Why? Like doctors are less and the nurses and the ward boy, orderlies are more. Why? A doctor give instruction. He give penicillin to this patient, start the beta block at this, and the nurse will give the treatment. So that's why we need what? We need more doctors or less doctors. We need less doctors because they are issuing instructions and the nurses are doing all the tasks. So that's why same way their glial cells 10 times more. 10 times more in number. Okay. So they're what? They are 10 times more in the number as well. Okay. Now we will start the discussion. The question is, the neurons are having the power to regenerate? No, they are not formed new. Okay. So they are not formed new after birth. Okay. So no new neuron formation after birth. So no new neuron formation occur after the birth. Okay. So we are having the neurons which are formed after birth. We will not see, yes, more you can say neurons. Okay. Exceptions are there, except hippocampus, or also the olfactory epithelium. These neurons can regenerate. Rest are not able to increase. So rest are not able to increase at all. Are you clear now? Okay. Next is, whereas glial cell, they regenerate all the time. So all life. So they can be formed new all life. In fact, they are, okay, they replace the dead neurons, okay, called as what? Gliosis. So it's gliosis, it's an increased proliferation of the glial cell, gliosis, okay. In fact, if they increase too much, it can also form gliomas. What are gliomas? Gliomas are basically tumors. So they are basically tumors of glial cell. Made from glial cell. So tumor made from glial cell. Are you clear? This is the funda we will see. Okay. Now comes the second important question. The second is, what are the functions? So that's why what can make tumors? The glial cells can make tumor called as glioma, oma means tumor. Okay. Remember, like there are carcinomas, there are just benign tumors like hemangioma, melanoma, or this glioma. So these are tumors, this benign or malignant. So we end the word oma. Okay. Gliosis is just increased number, not tumor. Okay. So increased number in both the cases occur. Okay. Now what are the functions? So let's see functions of glial cell first. So types and function of glial cells. types, functions, glial. Okay, so types, function, and the glial cell. Now, first thing when we use the word type, function, or the glial cell, what do we see? So let's start the discussion. First is we have is the microglia. Now remember it in this way. What do we use a microwave for? What do we do with microwave? Obviously, we heat the food and eat. So heat and eat food. Yes or no? So remember, microwave is related to what? Eating the food, because obviously you heat before eating. So that's why microglia heat and kill the cell. So it will, yes, eat bacteria. So it will eat bacteria, dead cells, pathogens. So that's why they are actually called as phagocytosis. So that means there are type of what? So microglia is actually a type of what? It is actually a type of macrophage. So it's a type of macrophage. मैक्रोफेज. ओके, सो रिमेंबर माइक्रोवेव ने खा लिया हमारा बैक्टीरिया. ओके, सो इट विल ईट द बैक्टीरिया इन दिस केस. आर यू क्लियर? नाउ नंबर 2 we have is the ependyma. So before that we have the oligodendrocytes. Oligodendrocytes. Now how to remember oligodendrocytes? First is oligodendrocytes have which important function? Remember, before you go any place, before you go anywhere, obviously wear your clothes. So remember, go. Before you go, wear the clothes. Wear the clothes. And what are the clothes of neurons? They are myelin. So they make myelin sheath. So they make myelin sheath for neurons in CNS. So they make myelin sheath for neurons in which area? In CNS. Okay, in the CNS. Are you clear? So are you clear? Okay. Next is we see, okay, who make the myelin in the PNS? You can write that in bracket. Myelin in PNS, that's peripheral nervous system, made by. Okay, so myelin in the PNS is made by what neuron? Question for you. Tell me. So question for you people. What is the myelin in this neurons made by? So who make the myelin in the peripheral nervous system? PNS means peripheral nervous system. That is nerves. Okay. Question for you people. Who make myelin in PNS? Very good. Others? Very good. Okay. Yash, SD give the answers. Others. Very good. Okay. So all are right. Yes, it is Schwann cells. Schwann cells. Okay. And if you ever forget, remember a very simple mnemonic. See, P and S. If you add O and D, it becomes pond. It becomes a pond. And you know, in a pond, in any pond, who is there? We have a Schwann. Yes or no? Remember? Schwann, okay? So Schwann, okay? So where are the swans? So swans are where? They are in the pond. So remember, swan is there. So pond, swans are there. Same way, peripheral nervous system, Schwann cells are there. Easy? So very simple mnemonic for you, okay? Now we see the third cell, that is ependymal cell. Number 3, ependymal cells. Very good. All are right. Very good. You all are right. Very, very good. Okay. Okay. We'll start. Okay. Now ependymal cell. What are the word is there? Pen, 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 pen. So what do you use pen for? Lining. Yes or no? So they are the lining cells. They are the lining cells of ventricles which contain CSF. So filled with CSF. Okay. So they have the lining cells of ventricles which are filled with what? With CNS. Okay. Now number 4. So what is the case? Let's say it's a ventricle. So the ventricle is filled with CSF, we all know, and this ventricle is covered by cells. So these cells are our ependymal cells. So these cells are the no video. Okay. So this is CSF. So ventricles contain CSF. They are filled with CSF. Okay. They are filled with CSF and they are covered by cells called as ependymal cells. Okay. Fine. Number 4, we have the astrocytes. Now they have multiple functions. Let's start. First is they are the main supporting cells. Number 2, they help in blood-brain barrier. How I'll discuss. Basically, wrapping around the barrier, strengthen it. So they strengthen the blood-brain barrier. So they will strengthen the blood-brain barrier. Okay. So strengthen it. Okay. Number 3, they maintain the CSF, you can say, composition by metabolism and removal of waste, potassium, etc. So whatever waste substances accumulate in the CSF, they would be very harmful for the neurons. They'll be harmful for the neurons. So we need to remove the waste substances. We need to remove. So that's why they help in the removal of waste. Let's say some toxins accumulate, potassium ions which come from the neurons during the AP. So they will help in the removal of waste, potassium. Okay. Also, you can say drugs, toxins if you want. So drugs, toxins, so many things they help. Number 4, also help in repair and regeneration of neurons via nerve growth factors, NGF, that is nerve growth factors. So using the NGF, that is nerve growth factors, they help in the repair and the regeneration of our neurons, okay, of our neurons. So repair and regeneration, okay. Sure. Now we will see the blood brain barrier first. So blood brain barrier is formed by not the astrocytes, by tight endothelial junctions, okay, tight endothelial cell junctions. So tight junctions where of the endothelial cells, okay, tight endothelial cell junctions, okay. Now you can write the add cell also. So let me explain what happens, okay. The endothelial cells which are there, if they are having, let's say, some opening, let's say in kidney there's an opening. So if there's an opening, what can happen? The substances can easily cross. Let's say this is CSF and this blood, and these are the endothelial cells. So these are which cells? Endothelial cells of the blood vessels. So now what happens? Things can easily cross and enter CSF, and vice versa, they can go from CSF to blood. So any drug you eat, it will easily go to the CSF. So that is why, to prevent such a motion and prevent the toxins from the blood, drugs, metabolites, urea, all these things from reaching the neurons and harming them, what we do is we will bring the cells very, very close. So what we do is we will make these cells come very close to each other, and once they come very close, what happens? The apical part of the cells, they will fuse, and as the cell apical part fuse, thanks to which proteins? Claudin and occludin, nothing can cross. So this is called as tight junction, okay. So the tight junctions at apical part of the cells cause fusion of adjacent cells, preventing entry of most substances, especially water soluble ones. So that is why water soluble things now cannot cross the blood brain barrier. So are you clear? So blood brain barrier. Okay, so that is why any drug, toxin, they will not be able to reach the neurons very easily. So that's why most of the toxins will remain in the blood, never reach the neurons. Okay, so that is why lipid soluble can cross. Now write one more thing. Lipid soluble substances, especially that gases, thyroid hormone, vitamins. So lipid soluble substances can cross blood brain barrier, okay, can cross. Now water soluble cannot cross. So what they do? They need transporter, okay, whereas but water soluble need transporters like glut, aquaporin. So that is why we are preventing the damage to the neurons. So water soluble substances need transporters. Example, aquaporin, glut, etc. So they are there to allow the substances to enter and leave. Okay. Now, second question, the CSF is therefore very similar to plasma, but it is having most things in lower concentration. So that is why CSF resemble what? It resemble the case. So now CSF, that is cerebrospinal fluid, fluid is similar to plasma, but lower concentration, but lower concentration of most substances. Example, glucose in CSF is 60% of plasma. So it is what value? 60% of the plasma. Okay. So glucose in CSF is what value? It is approximately 60% of the plasma. So if plasma is 100, it will be 60. Clear? It will be 60%. Okay. Proteins again less, cells again everything. Okay. Now exceptions. Okay. Now substances more in plasma, more in CSF than plasma are very few. Just remember these four. Then plasma are. So remember the names, and that will be more than sufficient for you. So their first is, remember, neurons use lots of oxygen, so they'll make lots of carbon dioxide. So increase PCO2. So brain is filled with carbon dioxide. So what is the brain filled up with? Yes, it is filled up with carbon dioxide. Okay, so what substance is? Carbon dioxide. Are you clear? So carbon dioxide. Now, if carbon dioxide is more, it will consume all the oxygen and make the acidic pH. So that's why to maintain the pH, it has more bicarb also. Also with bicarb, always chloride is more, and magnesium to maintain the charge. So these four are one of the most, you can say, asked ions in terms of exam question. Which ions are more in the CSF? The answer is carbon dioxide, bicarb, chloride, and magnesium. Are you clear? So they are much more in CSF compared to what? Compared to the plasma. Okay. Now CSF is present in what location? So CSF is present in ventricles, which are like storage, and subarachnoid space. Subarachnoid space. So what two areas? So these are the two areas where the CSF is filled and present. Are you clear now? So are you clear? So these are the two main places for the CSF to be present. Okay. Done? Now CSF perform function similar to this. Okay. So what are the functions? First is it maintain the environment around the neuron, just like the this interstitial fluid is around the cells of the body. So first is, so it forms internal environment for neurons. So it forms internal environment for neurons. Okay. Number two, so that means it provide nourishment. And remove waste. So whatever glucose, amino acids, vitamin the neurons need, they all are made available by the CSF. Okay. Number three, also maintain temperature, pH, osmolarity, etc. So everything is maintained in a normal zone. So everything is maintained in the normal zone. Are you clear? So clear? So that's why everything is in the perfectly normal conditions and environments. Okay. Next is, right, number 4. Also, it is preventing against the trauma. How? It acts as shock absorber. So act as shock absorber. So that's why जब आपका brain हिल रहा है ऐसे ऐसे देख रहे हो, तो why the neurons, the brain is squishing here and there. सो व्हाई डजंट जस्ट क्रश, होता है जोर से हिलाया तो क्या, जैसे मान लो आपके पास क्या कुछ पड़ा है ना, केक वेक डब्बे में, ज्यादा हिलाओ तो डब्बे से केक टूट जाता है ना, सो एक्ट एज शॉक अब्सॉर्बर and prevent damage to neurons. So these are some of the main functions of the CSF. Okay. Now very commonly asked question is, where is the CSF coming from? Write down CSF production. So CSF secretion and absorption. So remember it in a very simple manner. Absorption arachnoid villi and secretion choroid plexus. So how to remember? Use my technique: secretion, secretion, absorption, So absorption arachnoid, secretion choroid, CC or CC, CC and are the two main things we should remember always and always. CC and CC and Okay.